All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Yahushai.
Shai. Double honors to Apostles, Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we ought to be. Now, pretty much just finna get into the fact that, we at the end of this thing, man. JT time right around the corner, and severe persecution will be coming upon us, not just by the heathens, but also our own people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they in league with this world. They're not in league with Yahweh Shem Yahshai. You know,
Come. This is First Maccabees, chapter 1, starting at verse 41. It says, Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
so this is King Antiochus was establishing a new world order, the same way that Esau Edom is doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Esau Edom pretty much doing the same exact thing. They're coming with this new currency. You know what I'm saying? He already got where his kingdom is set up, where it's not according to the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So he already got his rules and regulations of how he want it. You know.
It says, Yea, many of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Shabbat.
Right, and it's already like the 2/3, man. Well, what are the 2/3 doing? They doing that already. They already in league. Like when it says John 8:44, you'll follow the devil, because they already consented to this way of life, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't like the way that the scriptures say that we gotta be. Like it says in Judges 5:11, we rehearse the righteous acts, man. That's being a real Israelite, man. Putting on your heritage, man. 2/3 don't want that. They want to be heathens.
Right. It says, For the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifices and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Shabbat and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary and the holy people.
Right, which is what's polluting the sanctuary and the holy people, the ways of this land, man. These laws of these lands, man. On the back of the dollar bill, they say God we trust, but the one false God that they trust in is Esau Edom, man. Like it says in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. That's the false God that 2/3 worship. You know what I'm saying? That the heathens worship, man. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
And all they ways are profane, man. That's why he won't have no repentance, man. You know.
it says, it says, back in verse 46, and pollute the sanctuary and the holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beast. Um, I'm gonna go to Revelations.
No, continue.
It says that they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of unclean and profanity.
Verse 4.
Like it says
Profanation.
profanation. It's like profanation. It says to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinance, and whosoever would not do according to the king's commandment, he said he should die.
Right. So the thing is, like back in verse 49, when it says to the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinance. When you read in the book of Judah, the 5th chapter, this is the only way for the heathens to stay in power. If the Israelites do not come back to the Heavenly Father, which the Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, and the Heavenly Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who everybody equally calls Jesus Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is the only way for them to stay in power, And in the next verse, it says, and it says, and whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he shall die. So pretty much, it's like if you ain't finna be down for this this wickedness of this world, they gonna put you to death, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the men of the Lord, as long as they still living, the change of kingdom is gonna happen, man. And they don't want that to happen. They don't want to go into slavery. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to get their recompense, man. They want to continue ruling wickedly, man. You know? Yeah, continue.
It says, to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. And whosoever would not do according to the king's commandment, he should die. In the self same manner wrote he to his whole kingdom, and appointed overseers over all the people, commanding the cities of Judah to sacrifice city by city. Then many of the people were gathered unto them, to wit, every one that forsook the law, and so they committed evils in the land, and drove the Israelites into secret places, even whatsoever they could flee for succor. It says, now the 15th day of the month, Casleu, and the 140 and 50 year, it says, they set up the abomination of desolation upon the altar, and builded altars throughout the cities of Judah on every side. It says, and burnt incense at the doors of their houses and in the streets. It says, and when they had rent in pieces the books of the law which they found, they burnt them with fire.
So pretty much, so pretty much, Jake, what are they consented to the ways of Antiochus. You know what I'm saying? They was worshiping idols and groves, man. You know what I'm saying? Setting up shrines and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much to do wicked, man.
They consented to the king's law and the ruler of the land. And who's ruling the land today? The Esau, the so-called white man. All right. And you got our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which make up the 12 tribes of Israel. And they just going right ahead and they consent with the doctrines, the philosophies of the so-called white man. All right. And if you come into this truth, and like Scripture says, man, hey, you gotta prepare your heart for temptation, because hey, guess what? The white man is going. He's against this truth, man. He's not gonna be your friend. You know what I'm saying? And he's not gonna make everything go well for you. In fact, he's gonna make it to where it's gonna be the worst, man. And he's gonna try and put us to death. And some of us will get put to death. And we all falling in our same lots, man. Hey, the prophets had to go through it back then. The Israelites was doing the same thing back then, going on. And so man, it's gonna happen again. All right.
Yeah, this is the last trump. I'll read verse 57. Verse 57, it says, and wheresoever was found, and wheresoever was found with any the book of the testament, or if any consented to the law, the king's commandment was that they should put him to death. So pretty much they outlawing the Bible, man. Already, so like about that. Pretty much already they already have it where you know what I'm saying, they saying that the Bible preachers hate this, that, and the other and stuff, and it's just all they little labels that they want to put on it just so they can shut up the men of the Lord, man. So the truth won't come out. You know what I'm saying? Because the more the truth come out, the more the elect are going to wake. The hopeful elect going to wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And just like the scripture just said, if they was found with the law, or if they was found keeping the law, such commandments, that the king commanded them to put him to death. And when you read the book of Daniel, the Nebuchadnezzar had said if he, you couldn't pray to no other god, but the one he built, man. All right, and if when he called Daniel praying, and he was commanded to be thrown in the fire. I believe that was his judgment.
In the lion's den.
In the lion's den, Salakia. All right, and so hey man, but guess what? The Lord shut up the lion's mouth, and the lions didn't eat Daniel. All right, but guess who they did eat? The two men that came and got Daniel. All right, hey, so when you got that faith, man, like Second Ezra say, man, whoever put their trust in the Lord and was confounded. All right, hey, so hey man, it goes down to faith, man. You gotta have faith that the Lord is he's our Savior, man. Yahushua. All right.
Revelations.
Yeah. This is Revelations
13 and 16. No, 15. Start at 15.
Revelations 13 and 15. And it says, And he had power to give life into the image of the beast.
which is the society and how the world is built today. The American dream, the American way of life.
It says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause them that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
So pretty much, if you ain't down for America's society, America's way of life, if you ain't down with homosexuality, if you ain't down with bestiality, if you ain't down with all the abominable things that's in this earth, and you not signing a crime but you consented onto it, you gonna be considered an enemy, and you gonna get put to death. Yeah, keep going.
It says, and he caused all, both small and rich, it's like both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their sight. It's like in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right, and that word mark in the Greek is charagma, and it means incision. When you read Leviticus 19 and 28 chapter, it says, "Thou shalt not make any cutting in thy flesh," and that's something that you can keep. You know what I'm saying? So you going off both ways, and on top of that, what are you doing? You pretty much giving the middle finger to the Lord, man. You giving the middle finger to Yahweh Shem Yahshai when He warns you of the things, man. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that that's gonna be the start of the new world order, man. You know, part of they finisher or they little final touches on their kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is gonna be the new currency, man, because the dollar's finna be done away with, man. More and more every day, the dollar has less and less value, man. And when all hell breaks loose, this is what they gonna bring in. You know what I'm saying? You keep moving.
It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Right, so this is going to be the new rules and regulations of America. If you don't have this, you won't be able to get anything. You won't be able to buy anything. You won't be able to live anywhere. You won't be able to get medical help. You know what I'm saying? You won't be able to work no more. You know what I'm saying? Because they no longer putting out cash. Everything is going to be digital. You know what I'm saying? Which really don't even make no sense, because even the military's most highest technology, most greatest technology, be getting hacked to this day. So what you really think you think fraud is going to cease? You know, if you take this chip, man. You know, don't take this chip, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you pretty much signed a death warrant for it, man. You know, and the 2/3 gonna take it because they consented onto it, man. You know. I think that's. Oh, what's up? And this is to wrap the scripture up. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. It says, "The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done, that which shall be done, and there is no new thing underneath the sun." So the thing is that back in history, when it came down to Antiochus and how he was putting up his new world order, it's the same thing that Esau was trying to do today. You know what I'm saying? And there's no new thing underneath the sun. So pretty much, you know, but this gonna be the last trump, man. This is the last time that something like this gonna happen. After this, the only rulership that's gonna reign is Yahweh Shem Yahshai's kingdom, man. You know, which we hoping to be part of. You got anything? And well, we hope this video was edifying, and we'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles, great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Shalom.